All right, guys, this is the second half of my little talk on confidence. This half is not going to be as good as the first half. That is assuming you liked it. If you didn't like it, you probably don't want to watch this one. But we just finished that one, and we cut it short because it went way longer than I had expected. So we decided to go ahead and film the second half right now. That's the same attire and everything else. I want to talk a little bit about how to kill confidence. How do you kill confidence? Which, by the way, that is a very bad thing. Number one, doubt yourself. You want to lose confidence? Doubt yourself. Number two, listen to bad news. You want to kill your confidence? Fill yourself with negativity. Number three, repeat complaints. Number four, dwell on insults or complaints. I'm going to pause there before we get to number five. Make yourself a note so I don't forget. A lot of you are thinking, well, that's kind of obvious. I didn't do that. I guarantee you do. I guarantee you do, and you got to quit it. You're destroying yourself. Life is out there. Life will tear you down enough. Enough people will destroy your confidence. You do not need to help. And yet, most of us, when we have confidence issues, we do it to our own freaking selves. It's what we feed on our own selves. You don't think you doubt yourself? How many times a day do you say something bad to yourself? How many times a day do you question inside your own head, can I handle it? Is that too strong? What did I do wrong? Where did it miss? And I'm not saying being wise. I'm not saying taking time to self-evaluate. That's a very different thing. I'm talking about actually doubting yourself. We don't have the courage to go up to one. You doubted yourself. When you see somebody that just looks like a possibly good potential client, and I mean, I don't care if you're in the grocery store, and you don't walk up and say something, you doubted yourself. You lacked extreme confidence. Because pause for just a moment. Close your eyes and picture yourself in that situation. You're in a grocery store and you see somebody over here that looks like, for whatever reason, they're carrying a book that says how to build a house. You think, that's a good client. Person that doubts doesn't go. But pause and think of yourself or think of somebody else. You're watching a movie. And this character is just the most confident dude ever. Most confident woman ever. Would they even question walking over and introducing themselves and saying what they do and putting a business card or a DVD in that person's hand? Absolutely not. So doubting yourself is where you get there. Don't do it. Don't let it eat you up. And a lot of this, that is killed confidence. A lot of this, that's kind of part of. Listening to bad news. Yeah, you do. How many times you turn on the news? How many times a day do you watch a story about the same poor kidnapping? How many times do you fill yourself with negativity? How many times do you get the email from your friend complaining about this and that? How many times do you go to Sunday school class and you sit there and do nothing but listen to people spew their prayer requests that are nothing more than gossip about bad news? And then you take ownership of it by actually praying about it when you don't know them or anything else about it. And I'm not saying to pray. Don't send me your notes if I'm anti-Christianity. And I'm all for prayer requests. I'm just telling you, guys, you do. You consume a lot of bad news. Quit it. Get away from it. It will destroy your confidence. It will destroy your faith in the world. Repeating complaints. Oh, well now, Bob, I'm not repeating complaints. I'm just looking for advice. That's fine. How many times you got to go for advice? You get a complaint from a client, you have maybe one, maybe two people that you really, truly think can give you valuable advice. And if you call them and you talk to them about it, you ain't repeating a complaint. But when you go out and you're feeling hurt and you're feeling beat up, so you're talking it out with somebody, you're just sharing, or you're just going through bull crud, you're reliving it. You're giving it so much power over you. You get a client that calls and eats you out because your consultant didn't do a good enough job. I don't know why I went with you, build it. That stinks, man. Fix it. Take care of it. Do the very best you can. And then take that complaint and throw it the hell away because you don't own it anymore. That complaint was that client's issue. They had a problem that needed fixed. The complaining was their own issue. Don't own that. Take their problem, fix it to the very best of your ability. Once you've done that, you can't do anymore. Set it aside. What do? It eats at us, and we got to share it. We got to try to rub it off. It's like oil. So we go and we put that oil on other people. We never get it off ourselves. We just get everybody else dirty. And we just keep spreading it. Don't. Take it, throw it away, be done with it, move on. There's a whole lot of stuff in the Gospels about this, guys. Remember the one where when you touch it, how tainted does it have to be unclean? Similar things. There's a whole lot of stuff about forsaking. Let it go. Be crucified to this. That's what Jesus is talking about. Get rid of that. Take all those negative images of yourself and destroy them, throw them away. Take those complaints and be done with them. You have a responsibility to do what you can do. That's where it ends. But you keep complaining about them and you got it. That second part flows right into dwelling on. Oh, I don't do that. Yeah, you do. You gossip. Gossiping is dwelling on negativity. People rarely gossip about good news. People rarely gossip about, do you hear how smart Julie is? I can't believe she got an A on a test. I wish I was like Julie. No. Did you hear what that tramp Julie did? He was flirting with Jenny's boyfriend. That's the kind of stuff you say. That's the kind of gossip you spread. You're dwelling on bad news. You're dwelling on negativity. And you gossip about your complaints. You keep sharing them. You keep talking about them. Eventually, you even take it where you start talking bad about that client. Oh, that client's a dang idiot. Oh, that client's an asshole. Oh, that client's it. That guy's doing it all the time. It kills me. They're just trying to find a way to slough off a complaint because they're owning that negativity and it's eating away at their confidence. There's a better way to do it. Fix it to the best of your ability and then quit owning that stupid complaint. Quit talking about it. Quit letting that negativity pile up on you. It is eating away at your confidence and yourself. Now, going back on. 5, make excuses. Making excuses will kill, destroy your confidence level. And this one is hard to fix because when you start making excuses about why you can't do something or what went wrong or whatever else, you have created a hole in your mind that you're not able to. You have a gap, you have a back out, and it is so hard to fix yourself subconsciously, people. It is much harder to fix your subconscious than your conscious. You start giving your subconscious an image of somebody who can't. And guess what, dude? You're somebody who can't. You make excuses. You are teaching yourself deep that you can't, that there's another reason why. It's somebody else. Basically, all you're doing is find a way to say you ain't got it. Don't make excuses. Find a way. Find a way. And if you can't find a way, be done. It's as good as you are. Knowing your limitations is okay. Guess what? I can't fly. That's my limitation. That doesn't mean I can't walk, or I can't jump, or I can't run, or I can't get on an airplane. All right? But if I go making excuses, eventually I'm doing nothing but laying still in the mud. Beware excuses. They're a soul killer. I guarantee you they will eat you alive. Number 6. This one amazes me, I have to say it. Go where you're rejected or treated badly. For the life of me, I'll never understand why people go to where they're treated like crap. But they flock. Holy cow, they flock. Can anyone say codependent? That's the whole purpose of it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. If you are that way, realize it, self-reflect, don't self-doubt, and fix it. Get it off of you. I will never understand. If you're a member of a club and it's fun, but some jerk bullies have joined and they make you feel bad about yourself, quit going. Quit going. Go somewhere else. Do something different. I've always been a member of the soccer team or the softball team, and that's just what my family does. But they insult you and they treat you like crap, or they make fun of you, or they tell you your husband's short and dumb, or they tell you your wife's fat and ugly, or whatever, don't go. Look at them and say, you're a jerk. Stand up for yourself and walk off and never see them again. And please do not give me, oh, but I won't have friends. Bullcorn. And if that's your friends, better to be alone, dude. Love yourself a little bit. Be your own friend. Call me, I'll be your friend. But don't take that. That's nuts. I have that fight with my kids. No, better to be alone than to be treated like garbage. And guess what? There's somebody out there that won't treat you like garbage. Go where you're loved. Go find somebody nice. And you know what? If your church is always harsh and negative, find a new church. Go to one that's nice. Seriously. Life's too short. Don't do this. All it does is eat your soul. All it does is eat you alive. Now, we're going to get on to some of the most important part. And to a certain extent, this is the core. Because the reason that stuff kills confidence is that stuff directly affects your self-talk and your self-image. Don't have, I dropped my lid, pardon me. Don't have negative self-talk. Don't have bad self-image. We do it all day. Do me a favor. Here's a fun little trick that's worked for me. Whenever you catch yourself talking bad about yourself in your own head, and pause for a moment and think about just how often you think about yourself in your own head. Even if you don't want to, even if you think it's bad, you do it a lot. A lot. When you catch yourself saying something bad about yourself, notice it, stop it, and say something good about yourself. Write it down if you have to. If you can't, if you're so insecure that you can't think of something good about yourself, go to some people that actually like you. If it has to be your children, go to your children and say, what's something nice about me? My daughter did that. They just ended school. Here's a neat example. And in their school, the teacher had every kid write 2 adjectives about every other kid in the class about something about them, and it couldn't be negative. Now this, you would think, oh, what's that mean? That's just dorky. That's just nothing. Whoop-de-doo. Hey, man, to my 10-year-old daughter, this is the greatest thing ever. I mean, this is just a bunch of kids being forced to write 2 words out of a list of 10 on the board about her, and you'd think that the president himself would come giving her a steal of love. She couldn't wait to read me this. She couldn't wait to tell me these good things people had to say about her. How deep and hungry are we all for positive? How deeply do we need it? Go get it. You know what? Believe that. Own that. Take that into yourself. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are wise. You are loving. You are kind. You are unselfish. You are a giver. You are a great lover. You are sexy. You are strong. You are powerful. You are better. You are godly. You are Christ-like. You are powerful. You are dominant. You are. Not you are not. Kill the negative self-talk. It eats you up, and you got it running through your head. And all those little things we listed before, all the things that get into your subconscious and give you negative self-talk. And they feed at it and they eat at it. You know why I don't like the news? It gives you negative self-talk because it puts negativity in there. It's hard as heck to keep a clean garden. Your mind, your confidence is a garden. Weeds come up constantly. Weeds choke it out. Weeds kill the plants. Weeds kill the fruit. Protect that and keep it positive. Don't believe the bad things people say about you or that you think they say about you. I love that. I'm glad I wrote it down. It's amazing how much negativity. I can't tell you, are they talking about me? What were you saying about me? Was that something bad? I heard them laughing. I think they were laughing about me. Good gosh, if you don't know, don't assume the worst. Don't get insecure. If you're in a group and someone over there laughed, guess what? They're probably not mocking you. And even if they are, you're 1,000 times better off not to know it. So don't sit there and get all insecure and ate up of, oh, they're laughing at me, oh, they're mocking me. No, it's irrelevant. Hey, someone over there's having a good time. I want to have a good time too. If you got to relate to it in that way. Don't eat up bad things people say about you, and please don't eat up things that you guess or think they say bad about you. Men, you have a harder time admitting that. Women, a lot of you are like, oh yeah, I do that. It's true. You do it. Don't do it. Stop. Instantly state in your own mind or out loud why that is wrong. Oh, here's a great negative or tool. Somebody says something negative or bad to you, it's a complaint, and it just hits you hard. It was like, oh, that was a hit. Here's the cure. Here's the pull the air out and heal yourself instantly. Instantly, think of something good about yourself. Say inside your own mind something positive. You're a thieving bugger. You know what? I'm a generous, good person that does a lot for a lot of people. Cover it up. Bury it. Crush it. And if you can, find a way why that's a positive thing. Well, you're an ass. Yeah, you know, you might call me an ass. But I got to be, because I got to be strong. I got people that count on me. I got people I got to protect because they don't have anybody else to take care of them. And you can't do that being a mamby-pamby milquetoast. Turn it into a positive. Instantly make it a positive. Crush that thing. Kill that weed before it ever even takes root. If you get a complaint, don't own that negativity if that was the issue. This is the last one on dealing with clients. It's handle the issue. They're not knocking your ability. A complaint is a client that's scared. A complaint is somebody that's worried. A complaint is somebody that's hurting. Don't make that your issue. That's their issue. When I walk into a store and I'm mad and I'm complaining and I'm angry because my daggum watch doesn't work and you say I'm going to... My issue is I'm afraid and I'm insecure and I'm scared that I've been taken advantage of and that I've got a watch that's never going to be fixed. The smart clerk doesn't know my negativity, doesn't know my upsetness. They calm me down. They say, well, here, boom, they fix my watch. Guess what? My problem was my watch. All of this was my insecurities and fears. Own the problem. Fix the problem. Don't own their insecurities and fears. You probably can't fix those. If you're good enough to, go ahead, but that's a whole different step and a whole different world. And with this, confidence is huge. Self-talk, love yourself. Love yourself. You're worthy. You're good enough. You're beautiful. You're fantastic. You're amazing. Love yourself and fill yourself with positive self-image and positive self-talk. If you have bad, your confidence is dead and you're going to struggle and you're going to hurt. And yes, life's going to have challenges. That's fun. Let you know you're alive. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching.